out here in the water with our captain, fishing guide, Captain Manny Perez with Coastal Concepts.
Yep.
Hey, so how's it going?
Doing well.
Yeah?
Having a good day, yeah.
Good. So I wanted to show how this fishing trip isn't so different from running a business, especially when it comes to your books, taxes, and payroll. So, Manny, how long have you been a guide?
I've been a guide between hunting and fishing for 30 years.
Wow, it's a long time.
Yep.
Not bad. So what do you think happens when people try to go out on their own without a guide?
You mean like a regular?
Just a regular person? Yeah.
Well, I guess two things happen. One is you typically you're not able to get to some of the places where the best fishing is, and because you're not on a boat. And secondly, you don't have the knowledge that an experienced guide has. And I think lastly, you don't have the community and the circle that a guide has with his fellow peers, with other guides. As much as they seem like competition to each other, many of us realize that there's plenty of business out there for all of us to share, and none of us want to watch the other fail and do poorly. So when you have a good close knit circle of trust and other guides that can be out there fishing, well, then you've got more people on the water, and they can share the locations of where the fish are on a hot bite, and that of course transfers over to the end user, right? The person hiring the guide.
Yeah. So what's something people often overlook when they fish without professional help?
I think oftentimes they think that it's more expensive, and they don't take into account what they spend just to come fishing without a guide. And if I had to guess, it'd be about $100 per person. By the time you pay for bait, by the time you pay for a license, by the time you pay for rod and reel, terminal tackle, apparel, and a lot of those things you're going to have to use whether you have a guide or not.
Fish, croaker.
Right.
Stuff.
Bait. Sometimes your guide will, knows where to go catch bait with a cast net, or they may go catch bait with a rod and reel, and then use that bait to catch more fish. So again, I think they underestimate that a charter captain is way more expensive than just going out to a pier or a shoreline and fishing.
Yeah. So would you say a successful trip comes down more to luck, or to strategy, or preparation?
Wow, the answer is all three. Yeah, and that's a good question. And at the end of the day, we'd rather be lucky than good, right?
Yeah.
Everybody loves those fishing trips when you stop in the first place you stop, first line hits the water, and it's just nonstop action for the next hour, and you have those days, and I'd call those lucky, right? And then good comes when you've got a charter captain that's been on the water several days, and he's been on a hot bite, and he knows where they're at, and he knows where they're not.
Yeah.
For instance, today I tried a few spots early. We weren't on them. We went and tried some new areas, caught a few fish, but not the quality we were looking for. Came back to the same exact spot that we started at, and they were there, and we were able to snag a few.
Yeah.
So that comes with a little bit of experience as well, right? Is knowing that they're there, they're just not biting, or they're not feeding at that time.
Cool. Well, Manny, I appreciate your time, and obviously we're going to head out right now. We're here in Port Mansfield, and so we're heading out. But for you people out there, you can try to do your books and taxes on your own, but chances are you're using the wrong tools, you're wasting time, and missing out on the real catch. Tax savings, clean books, and peace of mind. Just like a fishing guide knows the waters, we know the numbers. So whether you're out here chasing redfish or running a business, you need someone who knows what they're doing. Because guessing doesn't catch fish, and it doesn't build a profitable business either. So, all right, here we go. As soon as the boat starts taking off from here, obviously I've already taken my cap, and I'm going to put it in backwards, because the first thing when he takes off, it's going to be pretty dramatic, and we could lose our hats. So a little word of experience there.